Welcome to the art of living with a dog. I'm Tamara Tokash, a master dog expert with a fresh perspective in everyday wellness protocols, hacks, and products for both ends of the leash, stemming the tide so you and your dog can thrive. I've questioned the norms and connected the dots to forge a unique path that truly transforms how you and your free-spirited companion live. Let's get digging.
In this quick message, Tamara shares an important reminder about the one thing every dog should always have: visible identification. It's a simple step that could make all the difference if your dog ever gets lost.
Hi, so quick video I just wanted to put out there. It's about identification and the importance of having identification on your dog at all times. So what is identification? Its short nickname is ID, and it's a way of letting people know what is your dog's name and who is your dog's family and how can people get in touch with people in your family in case your dog um, gets misplaced, walks away, and any other reason in between. So, what I'm finding lately that's happening is that more and more people do not have the proper identification on their dogs, or they don't have any identification on their dogs. And I think this is part and parcel because so many vets are pushing getting their dogs getting people's dogs microchipped. And that can be another video to or not to microchip your dog. But the long and short of it for this video is a microchip is only as good as the person that finds the dog. So, in other words, if you're out walking in your neighborhood and you come across a dog and the dog does not have a collar or any kind of physical identification on, but they're microchipped, that's really not going to be very helpful because sometimes dogs are not easy to get close to. And a microchip, it requires a scanner. And most people that have scanners are vet offices or rescues or shelters or animal control people and things like that. Now, you can buy one, but the average person does not have a scanner on them, or they don't even have a scanner. So when we're talking about identification, we're really just doing the old fashioned ID tag. It either hangs on, dangles off of a dog's collar. That's one way. The other way is that it's fastened flush to the collar itself. The third way is there are a lot of collars out there. Orvis is one of them, and they embroider or they stitch in to the nylon collar your dog's name and your phone number. Those are the main ways that dogs have identification on. But what I've been seeing lately is, and this is particularly the case with cephalgic breeds like French, meaning pushed in noses, faces. Frenchies, they're a trendy breed now. Pugs, but a lot of the Frenchies are walking around wearing a mesh type of harness, and they don't have a collar on, and there's no ID on the dog. So what can very easily happen, because harnesses are not foolproof, if that dog gets loose, there's no way that anyone's going to be able to determine who that dog belongs to. And then that dog can end up going into a shelter, and worst case scenarios that the dog gets euthanized. So let's do this the right way. We want to think about this just logically. And ID tags, they're probably nowadays, I don't know, $3. $5. And you have your dog's name on one side, and then you have your cell phone number or your landline or both on the other side. And that's how people can identify your dog. Now, if you have a dog that you have a harness that you put a harness on, you really should still have a collar on your dog. It doesn't mean you have to hook the leash up to that collar, but you still should have a harness on your dog, and you have the ID on the collar. And if you want just like a secondary type of identification, buy another ID tag and put it on the harness. So I hope that all makes sense. Buddy ID is a company I use. They're fantastic. They make ID tags, and you can have your dog's name on one side, and then they have a QR code on the other. And they're matched with or in sync with your dog's microchip. So if someone happens to come across a dog that's wearing a Buddy ID tag, they can put their phone up to the tag, to the QR code on the tag, and it brings them right to the Buddy ID network, and it tells them the person's phone number, the dog's name, and all of the information. So make sure your dogs are safe, and they have some really cool collars out there. I'll link some websites below in the notes, and if anyone's interested in me elaborating on different types of GPS collars, not shock collars, but GPS collars like trackers, let me know, and I can do a video on that. Make your day great with your dog. Take care.
Make sure your dog is protected with proper ID. And if you'd like Tamara to cover GPS tracking collars or other tools in a future video, let us know in the comments. Helpful links are included below. Thanks for being here with us. Your dog is lucky to have someone who cares this much.